Good evening, sports fans. Welcome to League 1, Season 31, Week 13. Here, as we begin to wrap up Season 31, the UCLA Bruins, coming after a tough loss against the Arizona State Sun Devils last week, must now face Arizona Wildcats at home. So, let's take a quick look at that team before we get kicked off. All right. Noah Fifita is going to be a dangerous quarterback here at 94 junior. He is going to be able to do real well in the pocket and throwing the ball. So we've got to be very concerned about that. Rayshawn Luke is a solid, if not stellar, halfback, but he doesn't have 98 speed, so that's going to be very dangerous. Fullback, they don't have a fullback. They play the tight end. Wide receivers are not great, but Riley and Patterson have good speed. Tight ends are very good. Probably see a lot of Burnett, and I would imagine actually Miranda as well. Left tackle is the strength of their line at 91. But 82, 79, 85, 79 is a good but not great offensive line. So hopefully that'll allow us to attack. Defensively, 81 playing left, 81 playing right, 83 backed up by an 81 in the middle. Maybe this is a team that we'll be able to run against. That would be great. 78 left, 89 middle, 77 right. So, patchy but not weak. Davis is a great corner, and Wright and Groves Killebrew are good. Luttrell leaves something to be desired, but Johnson is more than capable. So more than anything, this is a patchy team. They've got great players, and they've got below average players. So as always, plan is to, try and run the ball, be disciplined. Running the ball against Arizona was very tough last year. Don't know if that'll work. So we'll have to see. But also, lesson from last week, don't go for gratuitous fourth downs. If you need to punt, punt. If you need to take the field goal, take the field goal. And just don't let momentum get away from you early. Not in ways you can help it, at least.
One of the most pristine settings in all of sports. In the shadows of the San Gabriels, the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, California. And it will come alive when the powder blue clad fans start the 8-lap and UCLA ready to roll. Today, a pair of Pac-12 teams getting set to square off in a game that could have season-long implications. As we'll see, the Arizona Wildcats taking on the UCLA Bruins. 48 Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Bruins will kick it away to start us off. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. So the Arizona Wildcats offense will take the first swing of the game. And here comes the big fella, a staple of this aerial attack, Jesse.
And he's a guy that can line up all over the field, David. There's matchups out there waiting to be taken advantage of.
Yeah, and it's so nice to be able to do that. It makes it easy to play quarterback when you can feature a guy like this that's fast, big, and strong.
They'll leave it with him. Keeps the legs moving. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
That's what we wanted to start with.
Stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out.
The margin for error is so small. I mean,
he's got it.
Step
working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stops. The Bruins offense will try to get something going with their first possession. You know, yards can be hard to come by through the air, but some quarterbacks just love to go at the start point.
Yeah, and this guy's got confidence. He's not afraid to go at anybody, but he better be careful because this quarterback is one of the best in the nation.
One of the best, no doubt. I think they will trust him on defense to make plays. So you got to make a decision. Is my guy good enough to beat him on the outside? I am fascinated by this matchup.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Between living and dying. I'll tell you this, in any fight, it's the guy who's willing to die.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on second down.
And I know if I'm going to have any life in it, it's because I'm still
looking for room. It's hard.
And die.
Running with power. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
That's a nice looking run. That reminds me of Jonathan Franklin, Maurice Jones-Drew, Zach Charbonnet. In recent years, they've had a lot of ability at the running back position. How about this name? Little known fact. The great Jackie Robinson also played running back for UCLA, and you know he's smiling down from heaven watching that last kick.
Because he knows when it comes down to it, you're going to do the same for him. That's the team, gentlemen.
They've got it down.
Spanning more than 15 successful seasons and covering the country from Florida, North Carolina, Iowa, Ohio, Oklahoma, California, and Virginia, this is League One NCAA football.
Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
This defense is going to have to do a better job slowing down the run. We've seen twice now in this opening drive. This guy break one. And so this defense has to do a better job at the point of attack, and their D coordinator probably is already thinking to himself, well, I have to get another guy in the box to slow this guy down.
The Bruins will snap it on 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Just ran him over. They get him after he picked up 5 and got him inside the red zone down to the 16.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy on the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up on a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
Smashes through. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, UCLA. And that's right first.
Ooh, quality driving, great running there.
With a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Arizona Arizona sending the offense onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
They
Just
got him
a
free for a big gainer down
big
to the
gain there.
43. Arizona in a hurry. Love to see the fearlessness of a quarterback to work the middle of the field.
And he's got so much confidence in his own arm talent to be able to get that football there before the defense can break it up.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding him the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Using the quick game.
That's what I like to see.
They'll lose yards on that one.
He was not fooled on that. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen.
And he was hit just before the lead, and it falls to the turf. Arizona runs out the punch. This will be a second time they've got to kick it away. What a great job there. UCLA will go back to work on offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball?
All right.
Mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse.
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Takes the handoff. It's Harden. Tackled after picking up the first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Out of the gun to give to the back. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
And the Bruins are on the move. 29 Philly. He's going to pass.
Oh my goodness.
Traffic, it's picked off. Bringing it back.
Son of a bitch! Give me a drink! Son of a bitch! But this can't play with me! Son of a bitch! If I can't get clean, I'm gonna drink my life! Yeah!
Go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a
Oh,
touchdown.
that was just
Answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again.
a
He'll
heartbreaker.
start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's now up to 77 yards on the ground so far, and he is closing in on that 1,200-yard mark for the season. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Wrestled down at the 43 after getting 5.
Just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
This running back just doesn't go down easy. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him. And just, hey, you know what? Let his talent do the rest.
Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just 1 step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, his offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage.
I shouldn't have run that.
He right now is running with authority on this drive.
Really, really nice football play. Man, I got to understand option football. I got to play my responsibility, make sure that I know what I'm doing. Look at the linebacker. Great job doing that. Staying patient, getting to the quarterback, making the big tackle.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to pass. It's Moss. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
I am not in field goal range.
He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Gets it out of there
Too
for the
sharp.
first time today, and didn't see much of him that loss a week ago. Called on
All right.
entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats.
Let's go defense.
They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. Arizona has it back. The offense coming out to bear down. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass D.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Back to throw. It's Fafita. Feeling some heat. Slides. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Whew. Good defensive stand. We needed that.
And looks it in at the 40. UCLA will go back to work on offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up, and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these
Oh,
guys
come
some
on,
touches
you
to
just-
start this offense.
Second down coming up. Motion from the offense. He's looking to throw. This one's complete. Makes the catch and knocked down.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
Snagged in the middle. It's Sturdivant. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. And the Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Takes the handoff. It's Harden.
Go, 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 go.
And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver.
Oh, that's going to be a
Down, but there's a
hold.
flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. The Bruins are moving quickly down the field. To the air, it's Moss. Makes his connection. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. And the Bruins looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try.
Oof.
It's good. And with that field goal, they now have the
We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on him for us. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Another one bites the
And a
dust.
pass rush like that, and the Bruin faithful will give you an 8.
Another one bites the dust. And another one gone. And another one gone. Another one bites the dust. Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna catch it too. Another one bites the dust. Shoot out.
He's going for a big play downfield.
Well, I like this quarterback being aggressive and taking a shot. Just a better play there by the defense.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. A strike downfield. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. The Wildcats racing to the line in the hurry-up. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. To the ground to try to move the chains. Still on his feet at the 45. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. The pull and throw off the RPO. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Now on 2nd down. Wide receiver shows motion. Looking downfield, it's Fafita. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc.
Yes. Get in that backfield.
He got down just in time.
That's one of the advantages on defense of forcing a 3rd and long situation. You can go to your dime personnel package. You get a lot of those smaller, faster bodies to deal with a mobile quarterback like this who sometimes will try to scramble. That time there was just nowhere for him to go.
And this one splits the uprights. And after the 3-spot guys, we're all tied up. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. Be interesting to see what happens here on the 2nd drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Sticks it in his belly.
Oh.
He close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The Bruins will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away.
Didn't want to, but I had to.
Team sends it the other way. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Arizona has it back. The offense coming out to bear
It won't
down.
quite be in 2-minute drill yet.
Is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker
Oh,
can knock it in from a long way out.
I bit on the draw.
That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They'll ride the hot hand. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Quarterback empties his backfield. Looking downfield, it's Fafita. Going for it all. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
Perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down.
Whew.
They really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. Able to keep them from getting a return.
All right.
The ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Connor.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
He's looking for an open man on second down. Gets it out quickly. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. He wants to throw. That's caught. It's Sturdivant. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And the Bruins want to crank the tempo. They want to just keep throwing it. He's got his man. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. And the quarterback's by his lonesome on 2nd and inches. To the air, it's Moss. It's complete. Tackled, but he has a first down. The Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. Quickly complete. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. That's caught. It's Sturdivant. Tackle is made after the first down. And the Bruins are threatening in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. He's got his man. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing...
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break.
Oh, no, fuck.
It's picked off. Got some room to run.
Come on. God, I was blocked out. Fuck.
Son of a bitch! Give me a drink! Son of a bitch! But this can't play me! Son of a bitch! If I can't get clean, I'm gonna drink my life away! Yeah!
Talking razor
All right,
thin
gonna leave you with some
margins
halftime
in
stats and
statistical
as we
categories. And while it may
recalculate.
be turnovers are the name of the game. The team that limits them, the ones that win that turnover margin, generally speaking, are the ones that have the best chance to get that done. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at the Rose Bowl.
And the Wildcats will kick it off to start the second half. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25.
when you walk through a storm. Hold your head up high and don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of a storm, there's a golden sky and the sweet silver song of a lark. Walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain, for your dreams be tossed and blown. Walk on with hope in your heart, and you'll never walk alone. You'll never walk alone. Walk on with hope in your heart, and you'll never walk alone. You'll never walk alone.
UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. New set of downs after that completion. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to throw, it's Moss. Got his man. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. You can become a star making efficient plays and getting first down, sort of like a Mark Harmon kind of way to play quarterback for the Brewers.
And then you become a big star. And in Hollywood, what a talent to do it. Obviously, create some excitement, create some momentum, go to a Rose Bowl, just do big things at UCLA.
Plows through the defense.
Yeah, another good run. I feel like we could put that on loop, Jesse. Just another good run, another good run, another good run. Over 150 yards on the day. He's been the complete package, showing off all his skills today.
The give to the back. The Bruins get the first down.
And I know it's not sexy, but those little runs just keep you on your heels, keep the sticks moving, making you understand, like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to be patient. A lot of offenses aren't patient. They get too big play happy, wanting to force the ball down the field. This offense is staying nice and patient right now.
Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
All right, come on.
Much on first down, it's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Sturdivant. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Already a chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. He's already put 3 on the board earlier, this time a 38-yard try. Splits the uprights, it's good.
All right, let's get another good defense.
Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas,
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And the
Oof, he
defense
almost
gets
caught that on the tip.
pass with the deflection.
You got to give this defense a ton of credit because they watch the film. They watch this offense go up and down the field. This QB throw multiple TDs their last game out. Didn't allow a TD pass in the first half. And here they are in the second half doing a nice job defending the deep.
Oh,
Gets it to the 42.
I bit on the wrong hole.
And that's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Jet sweep to the receiver. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Hard running there. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
He did everything he could to try to avoid all those defenders, but at the end, it's still a negative play. Tackle for loss.
One defender, then the next one. The blitzing guy got a shot at him. Everybody had a shot. It took a while to get him down.
Yeah, great effort.
Awesome.
by the defense.
Great,
Quitting.
great job to get that stop.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Arizona runs out the punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, David.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
They'll throw it on first down.
Oh,
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Looking for a man. It's Moss. He makes the connection. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. And the Bruins will call on their punt team. They'll look to pin him deep. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground.
Oh.
Arizona has it back. The offense coming out to bear down. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
The give to the tailback. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
Off play action. Fires left. Makes a connection. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45.
So close to a pick.
Arizona going back to work with another first down. Trying to get outside on the jet sweep. One step wrap, two step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Wide out in motion. Scanning the field. It's Fafita. Defense will corral the quarterback. And down he goes at his feet.
And it's been a long
Another
day
one
for
bites the
this
dust.
offense. If you can't
And
protect
another
your
one
quarterback,
gone, and
it's
another
hard
one
to be
gone, another one
successful.
bites the dust. Hey, gonna get you too. Another one bites the dust. Shoot up.
One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Zings it complete to the right.
Oh, great tackle.
Tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. So on
All right.
fourth down,
Come on, miss. Miss, miss,
the
miss.
field goal kicker
Miss,
in
miss,
a
miss.
huge spot.
Miss, miss, miss.
From 55 yards out,
Oof.
and he's got it. Never a doubt.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50 plus, and he did it with ease.
Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the fourth quarter. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
On the run, it's Harden. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
This is a guy that can find you the 80 yards. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
To the ground, he's got it again. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
I know the passing game sells, and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Oh, gave the defender the business. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. The Bruins have their offense in high gear. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They've got him looking to run, but they're going to throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Sturdivant.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
They're showing you his skill set is able to rip off that one for a first down.
They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. The give to the fullback. Open space at the 25. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. After picking up this first down on the ground, let's see what they do. The give to the fullback. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business for the 1st and goal. And the offense is so close to the go-ahead score, they can smell it here in the touchdown Bruins. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
1st and goal, you know what's coming. They know what's coming. Can you stop it? And you can. Down the football straight ahead. Get it on 6. Nice job by the big man.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. Let's see what he can do with the return. Nice job by the kickoff
All
team.
right.
Everybody stayed in their lane.
One more defensive stand. Let's do this.
Arizona sending the offense onto the field. You want to
Get
talk
the ball
about
back.
having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays.
The freshman able
Ooh,
to get home
a
with the
sack on the screen. Back-to-back screens.
Another one bites the dust. And another one gone. Another one gone. Another one bites the dust. Hey, gonna get to do. Another one bites the dust. Shoot up.
trying to help their defense. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Gonna go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's gonna be a safety.
Huge play by the defense. This game had an opportunity. Very, very dangerous. They step up, make the big play, make the big possession game now with that safety and get the football.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink
Woo-wee.
it. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Oh, because they might do
On the
that.
defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
Line getting set on 2nd down. To the air, it's Moss. He finds his man. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. And the Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the big fullback. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. This offense could not have executed in this situation any better, just draining some time off the clock. Run it with the fullback. Tough, physical, hard-nosed running gets it to the 34.
And this fullback, he's a part of the running attack. It's not just going to be tailbacks carrying the football. The fullback, he can do some work as well running between the tackles. He showed
3rd and
there.
inches. Are you serious?
Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. They'll run the sneak for it.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory.
All right, got to check on my halfback. All right, he's still penalized, so we're still not playing him.
The Bruins are moving quickly down the field. Fullback's got it. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving.
I
on
do,
2nd
but
and
they've
9.
got timeouts, so.
Motion from the offense. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Makes the catch. It's 3rd and 10. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Handoff to the fullback. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Splits the uprights. Good. There is a flag on the play, and if this is...
You can get it if you really want it. You can get it if you really want it. You can get it if you really want, but you must try. Try and try. Try and try. You'll succeed at last. I know it.
That's what I'm talking about.
They'll power it inside with the fullback. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. On 2nd down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. The big fullback's got it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, UCLA! That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
On second down, he'll fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Burnett. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too? They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. 4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
And now such a tough situation late in this game. You're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. And he's wrapped up after it's...
Whew, great pick.
Stats. On second down, he'll let it fly. Hit as he throws. And as the ball falls incomplete, the clock strikes.
All right, good win. Great defense. Great defense. All right, let's take a look at the rest of League One. In the ACC, West Virginia needs to play Maryland. Boston College needs to play UConn. Iowa State at Kansas State, a user-user rivalry game on Wednesday night. Kentucky needs to play Michigan. You just saw Arizona at UCLA, and Florida beat Georgia Tech. So coming up next week, in Week 14, we have Florida at Florida State, an important rivalry game. USC at UCLA. Louisville at Kentucky. Oklahoma at Iowa State. And Kansas State at Oklahoma State. Boston College at Buffalo. And Penn State at West Virginia. Thank you for joining us, and in the immortal words of Coach Spector, have a great week. Kick its ass.